It's Coffee and Chat with Julie and Matt.
Hello.
Hello.
And a very warm welcome to episode 3 of Coffee and Chat with Julie and Matt. And I just want to start actually today by saying a huge thank you for all of your questions, dilemmas and pet peeves. We've actually got 4 pages there to get through, so we'll get onto those in a moment.
Yeah.
But just wanted to reflect upon the week so far, really.
It's been good, hasn't it?
It's been a lovely week so far. We yesterday went to Upton. I keep wanting to say Park, but it's Upton House,
House
isn't
and
it?
Gardens, yeah.
Which is in Banbury, but actually in Warwickshire. So
Yeah.
it's just sort of on the border between Oxfordshire and Warwickshire,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Banbury's North Oxfordshire, so it's just, about 10-15 minutes away.
You just cross over, I think, and then you're there. But we actually went there to celebrate our 15th wedding anniversary, didn't we?
Yeah,
so
it's lovely.
when we got married, we weren't going off on honeymoon for the next day until the day after.
Because we got married on the
29th.
And we weren't going until the Monday, were we? Yeah.
So, that was a Friday.
Yeah.
And we weren't going off till the Monday, so a couple of days later.
Yeah.
So Matt's mum and dad were still down here staying with us after the wedding.
Yeah.
So the following day we went to Upton House. So we thought it was quite nice to go
back and revisit.
I can't remember now if we have actually been back within that time. I suppose we must
I think
have
we
done.
have.
I can't remember
I think
when.
we have, yeah.
It would have probably been before COVID, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's
if
been a
we-
long
if we
time,
did.
A few things have changed, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have visited there all of our relationship, really.
Yeah,
haven't
we've
we?
been there a few times
we've been
before
there,
we got
yeah.
married, haven't we? So, yeah.
So it was nice to see how it had changed.
Yeah.
But one thing we were a little bit disappointed about, because we were going to do recreate a photograph.
Yeah,
So
on the chair.
15 years ago, we were on this lovely sort of half-round white, quite decorative bench, weren't we, in one of the rose gardens? And I was sort of sat with my legs over Matt's lap, and we were both really laughing.
Yeah.
So we were going to try and do that, but we couldn't find the bench.
Hadn't it? Yeah.
But we thought, well, 15 years, maybe it had been
But I think it's been
a bit rickety, and they probably just got rid of it.
Yeah.
But we did get lots of
some lovely photos,
didn't we? Because the garden is actually all on levels. You would have seen this anyway in Monday's vlog if you've watched that. And it's all sort of on levels.
It's quite well done, isn't it? Because the actual, when you're looking from the house, it just looks like almost like an infinity.
It's like an infinity lawn,
and then it just drops off, and it's all on terraces, isn't it? And then it goes into its like a little valley.
Yeah.
And it's got its own little ecosystem, and there's another valley at the back, and
that's lovely. There's a little house in the grounds as
love
well,
that house,
which we showed quite nicely in the vlog, I think. But it was a lovely, fun
Really
day.
nice day.
Ended up with, well, this is the thing, this could actually be a bit of a peeve, because every time we go out, I really fancy a cornetto. I love cornettos, especially that last little bit of cone where you've got a little bit of ice cream left. Love that bit.
Yeah.
I can never get a cornetto now.
No, don't seem to display them, do they?
It's always things like calippos and what were those that we had yesterday? Those
Twister.
twisty things.
Twisters.
Twisters.
Twisters. Yeah.
That's a good name for them, isn't it?
Or the little tubs of ice cream, aren't they?
Little tubs, which can be a bit of a nuisance when you're out using a
little tiny wooden spoon in there.
Yeah.
But you don't seem to get them anymore, do you?
Cornettos, I love cornettos. I was really just looking forward to one of the strawberry ones.
Yeah, I quite like the chocolate ones. And
what was my point of this? Yeah, pet peeve that
Pet
I
peeve.
couldn't find.
an ice cream.
Never find a cornetto.
Yeah, they don't seem to sell them in things anymore. But then, I suppose they're going to try and push their little cartons, aren't they?
Yeah.
Thingy ones.
Yeah, at places like that where you get like the handmade ice cream, don't you?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
sort of made.
Handmade cottage cream ice cream.
Yeah,
things
like that. They are, which are nice, aren't
Yeah.
they? But like I said, I just really fancied a cornetto again.
Yeah, or
So,
a Magnum or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, don't seem to get them much anymore, do you?
Don't look on Tesco's to see if they've got a pack of cornettos.
Okay, some Tesco's, yeah.
Well, then you normally get 3 in a pack. So if
You
there's
get
2
two
of
packs.
you have to get 2 packs, and that's 3 cornettos you've had, isn't it?
We're supposed to be on the healthness kick.
Suppose we could share one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So lovely day yesterday, and then this afternoon, the barnet is getting trimmed.
Yeah. This is my pet peeve, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we'll get onto those later, but it's getting on your nerves, isn't it?
Yeah. It's been getting on my nerves for about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
When I was supposed to have had my haircut was probably 4 weeks ago originally. Maybe 5 actually.
Yeah. So it's been.
I think it's coming
9 weeks.
This might even be the 10th week.
Right. Okay. So 2.5 months.
Yeah.
But your hair grows quite quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah. But
So-
there's no product in it, but we shall see what he does today. So
You're constantly doing that. You're constantly
Yeah, I know.
brushing it off your face.
'Cause
I know how you feel. That's why I've
Yeah.
got mine up today. Yeah, yesterday I started off with my hair down. This is for another video. Probably save it for my vlogs. But my hair seems to be going backwards rather than forwards at the moment. So I started off with it down, and where it doesn't grow sort of at the sides, but it is growing on top, I had like a big long bit sticking out. So I just used my clip just to pull the sides back, and then it was tickling the back of my neck in the heat. So I ended up putting it up like this. So I thought, today I'm not even going to attempt to wear it down.
It suits you like that, though.
I don't mind it up,
It's
but
quite elegant.
yeah, I do like wearing my hair down.
Yeah.
When it's hot and it's
Oh,
all tickling your neck.
It was
and,
33 yesterday.
oh, it was hot. It was warm,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Mm.
Because in the car on the way home, I started nodding off. Because the warmth, and you said I kept nodding my head, so I kept sort of waking up like that. But I must have been falling into quite deep sleeps because I was sort of having like funny part dreams.
Well, we did walk a lot yesterday.
Yeah,
It's all
we did.
because
We
it's all
walked
on
a
the
lot.
terraces as well. There's a lot of steps. A lot of. Well, one bit was really steep, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was some. It was a shame because there were some games set out. Like
We've got like
down
a
the
little play
tin
area.
and-
Yeah.
It's not called knockdown tin, is it? What's it called? You get tins. It's like Skittles, I
Yeah, but
suppose.
you throw a ball.
Yeah.
Knock down tin.
Yeah, knockdown tin. that famous
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And I said to Matt, if it wasn't quite so hot, that'd been
Yeah.
fun to sort of play some games on the lawn. It was really nice.
But all the grass was brown, wasn't
Grass
it?
was yellowy brown,
Yeah.
wasn't it? And
It's a shame, isn't it?
there wasn't a lot of colour in the borders and things that there has been
They noticed they've
before.
got a lot of drought-resistant plants like lavender and
Yeah.
rosemary and things like that,
Yeah.
hadn't they? So obviously they knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
go back and have a look at Monday's vlog
Yeah.
if you haven't seen
Yeah.
it because it's a lovely, lovely place.
It is a gorgeous place.
Very much recommend it if you're there.
It's a National Trust, isn't it?
Yeah, National
Yeah.
Trust, lovely little second-hand bookshop, which is a little sort of honesty box
Yeah, real nice
shop,
little
isn't it?
cafe in the little seating area
Yeah.
outside. That's nice.
I was looking for some Barbara Pym, which has been
Yeah,
recommended
yeah.
to
You have to have
me.
a look in some of the shops in town, can't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so what else have we done this week then? Oh, and then we've got a busy week ahead, haven't we?
We haven't finished this week.
No. So this afternoon, Matt's haircut.
Tomorrow work
Work tomorrow. Saturday will be sort of preparing for
and semi-work
and semi-work.
and then a trip
Sunday trip top north.
up north. Aye.
Going top north to Sheffield area.
It's on the border of Sheffield and Rotherham. It's a little mining village. We're basically going to go and see my parents, aren't
Yeah.
we? And they live in this little village just outside
Yeah.
Sheffield and Rotherham.
So I
Yeah.
haven't seen them for a few years, so
No, it'd be
it'd
good to
be
see
good to see
Mm.
them.
because they're going through a few changes on. It might be
Yeah.
moving house and things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But we'll see what's going on first, and
Yeah.
we'll tell you a little bit more about that as it sort of
As
happens,
it, yeah,
can't we?
yeah.
But yeah, it will be good to see them. But you know, when you haven't seen your parents for a while, and then
Yeah,
it
yeah.
can be difficult, can't
Yeah,
it?
it can be a bit, yeah. I speak to her every week though, and I speak to
Yeah.
her now, but yeah, it can be a bit thingy.
Yeah.
But it's a long drive, isn't it? It's about, well, the quickest I've done it in is an hour and 45, but that was at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah, no traffic.
and no traffic.
Then we are going to set out early.
We're going to set out early on a Sunday, so it should be lower traffic. So
Yeah.
it'll probably take about 2.5 hours, I think.
Motorway driving is just so
I hate
boring,
motorways as
isn't
well,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the car we've got is built for in and out, lanes and
Yeah.
corners and things, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit boring, isn't it,
It's just a bit
motorways?
boring.
Yeah, but it's okay.
I always think that would be my idea. If you know, like if there was a hell, that would be me stuck in hell, just going along a motorway, and it's just never ending
Or just sat in
for
traffic.
eternity, or
Sat in traffic on a motorway and
Yeah.
you can't even see the end of it.
Oh, awful.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we're going for a nice
Yeah.
reason,
We
aren't
should
we?
go
So,
for, yeah, it'd be nice anyway. We haven't been up there for a while, have we?
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to.
so we'll do a bit of filming as well.
Yeah.
I can't because we sort of filming these a week ahead, but the vlogs are sort of as it happens. It's difficult to know whether we would
Yeah.
have been. No, we wouldn't have, would we? Because this is next Thursday.
So this is next
that'll be the
Thursday. So
following
we'll have seen
Monday.
that. Yeah, that'll
So,
be
yeah.
Monday.
So that will be coming up on Monday.
Yeah, and then you'll watch this on the Thursday after
Yeah, the
you've
month.
watched
No,
it.
the month.
So they'll have watched it.
No,
They've
no.
watched us gone up, haven't they?
No, this one we've just shared the vlog from this week.
So
that
yes.
was Monday.
Yes.
And then, yeah, I think. So when you're watching this, our visit took north will be coming up on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Let's cut to viewer questions.
It's question time.
Clipboard. Oh yes, we meant to talk about there in that first section actually. New TV programme we've been watching, Android.
Yeah.
So huge thank you to Carmen Keeble for recommending that one. And we've just actually watched all 6 episodes, haven't we?
Yeah, watched them over 3 nights.
Yeah, 2 at a time, which was
quite good.
they're only sort of half-hour episodes. Yeah, really good fun actually.
It was really good. Yeah, quite poignant.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I suppose it's, how would you feel if, you know, because we speak to Google, don't we? Chat GPT, is
Alexa.
it? Alexa. How would you feel if that was in the form of a person in your home? And there was actually, I actually said, didn't I, last night, because there was a scene where the son comes around and he asks the droid to make a cup of tea. He says, make me a cup of tea. And the mum says, say please.
Yeah.
And he says, Mum, you're talking to a computer.
Yeah. And he says about, you won't ask the dishwasher.
Yeah, you don't say please to the dishwasher and things like that. Yeah. But I know for a fact that if we had a robot, android, whatever, in the house, I would be kind to it. I would never be able... In fact, I would probably feel quite bad for ordering it about.
Yeah, well, what's that? Anthropomorphize it.
Yeah.
Anthropomorphize, yeah. So you'd be doing that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but because it looks like a person, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they don't have emotions.
I would
or
probably...
do they?
I'd probably be with it. You know, could you make me a cup of tea if it's okay? Say, you okay there? You all right with that tray?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm sure people will, won't they?
Yeah. I think with that program as well. I think if this does happen and it looks like it's going to, we're going to have Android help and things like that.
But
I think it's going to be great for older people, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be brilliant.
It was good. There's good bits in it where she's saying to him, "Don't forget to take your medication," and
and
you need to get your repeat
like,
prescription and all things like that. And
which is basically what Alexa can do for you, isn't it? And Chat GPT and things like that, reminding things. So
it's strange to think of, isn't it?
It's very weird, but
things are just moving so quickly. I think
there's a new Chinese company's bringing an Android out end of this month.
Yeah.
End of August.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name? Elon Musk has got one coming out, hasn't he?
Actually, there was something very scary on the news last night, wasn't there? Because an AI had hacked into another AI system, and the man from the company came on, or he was, I don't think he was from the company, but he was saying about what had happened. So they'd done a closed computer. It's
called a sandbox. So basically, it's like a network which is surrounded by a firewall. Yeah, so they can't get out of it. The only reason I know that's from Mission Impossible. The last one they were talking about a sandbox, weren't they?
So they'd put this firewall up basically and told their AIs to attack another AI or hack another AI within this firewall. But the AIs took it upon themselves to break out of the firewall and to actually hack into, and I don't remember which one it was, so I probably shouldn't say it, but to hack into another AI system.
Yeah, and it did,
And it did. And that was quite scary, just thinking about how they'd taken it upon themselves to show what they could do by breaking out of the firewall.
But they've programmed it to self-learn, haven't they? So it's going to keep learning and learning and learning. Same as in that Android. She was learning all about... was it Linda, wasn't it? Yeah, learning all about Linda and all her habits and things, and basically...
Yeah, the droid was Linda, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
She was Sue.
Sue,
yeah.
Yeah. So she was Linda was learning all about Sue, wasn't
it?
Yeah. So, it's quite...
do watch it.
It's
silly but fun, isn't it? It's one of those.
Open for another series as well, isn't it?
And the other thing we forgot to mention as well, we will get onto the questions in a minute, sorry. We watched the first one last night of Ghosts Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we really loved the Ghosts original UK.
Yeah.
and then we watched the Ghosts US as well.
Which is quite good.
And they're all on a similar theme. So somebody gets a bump on the head and can then see ghosts.
In this old house.
Isn't it? And they get left like an old house, and then how it progresses. So last night there was a couple of the characters I didn't really warm to, but there were some good characters as well.
Same as the American one, we didn't really warm to a couple of characters in that either, did we?
Yeah. So I suppose, and in the UK one as well. I didn't really like the older woman.
Yeah.
Who was she Georgian, wasn't she? Or
yeah, she was like the white lady, weren't she? The white ghost sort of thing.
She sort of her family owned the house.
That's it, yeah.
So many generations, didn't they? But yeah, so there's always characters that you're not really going to warm to, but the general idea of it is a good one, isn't it?
Mm.
Because we were saying that yesterday at Upton House, actually.
We said that to a lady.
In each sort of area of the house, as I'm sure you know, in these big homes, they have volunteers who know everything about that particular area. And in the art gallery, which is a really sort of long gallery, we were talking to the woman, weren't we?
Yeah.
And she was saying about how there's somebody who locks up of an evening and they don't like going along the gallery because there's a painting in there where his eyes follow you along.
It's a good painting.
Really good painting, almost like a photograph, wasn't it, of a lord somebody or something. Can't remember his name now. But she was saying that sometimes she gets a funny, if she's sitting there on her own and there's nobody there, she gets a funny feeling.
She talks to him as well, doesn't she? She says
she'll talk to him, and she can imagine him saying, "Oh, here she goes again, going on about
Yeah.
Yes, but she also said that sometimes she could hear like swishing, didn't she, and smell cigarette smoke.
Cigarettes or cigars. Yeah.
So that's quite. And that's what we were saying.
About.
Have you seen the series
Ghosts? And she said about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and imagine them all sort of walking about.
Well, it's quite clever.
But it's quite scary when you see those paintings of like children, but in like really long dresses, but perhaps they're little boys.
Yeah.
And they've got like these older faces, haven't they? If you imagine one of those walking about, that was quite scary, wasn't it?
Thing is, that's the actual main part of the art gallery as well as actually in the old chapel as well, so it goes down into the ground, doesn't it?
So there were a lot of religious paintings, wasn't there, which I find
icons,
quite...
religious icons, with the gold and things. Beautiful paintings, really nice.
Lovely paintings,
but quite creepy.
Yeah, quite creepy, and the faces as well. One
of them was a Bosch, wasn't it? And
well, you know more about all the artists than me. And
and I think he did the Descent into Hell, and some of the faces on that. It was like it was like an icon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Three panels.
Three
panels, icon, and some of the faces on that were a bit.
Yeah. But also the lady in there said, if you look at them through your mobile phone, which obviously brings up the exposure, you can see things that you don't see with the naked eye.
See more detail.
And we did that with some of the darker paintings, and there are people in the background and faces.
Yeah. Well,
isn't it?
Subdued lighting in there, I suppose it has to be, because they don't fade, do they?
Them.
Yeah. Lovely place.
So really, really nice place.
Yes, Ghost Australia as well.
Yeah, so another recommendation there. Thank you, Carmen, for that. Okay, so I've got to get my glasses again. I actually feel quite sticky today.
There's a lot of pollen today, yeah.
So
it's going to be another hot one, I think.
Okay, so first question then from Jill Morris. First of all, she says, not sure if you live nearby, but I'd love to see Blenheim Palace. So we do live very close to Blenheim. I think we've said before, it's probably about a 10-minute drive, half an hour walk into the back gate. Into the front gates is
a little bit further,
into
the actual village,
because you have to actually go into the town. But yes, we would love to go there. You can actually, it's quite expensive to get into now, isn't it? I think it's like £44 a person.
It's still privately owned, isn't it? So it's it's not like a National Trust or anything.
But it
like
is
that.
A massive place,
it's huge,
isn't it? So if you were going, it's worth it. You'll definitely get a full day.
And you get a year ticket, don't you?
And you can buy a ticket for a year for that same price. So if you live miles away, I don't know if it's
probably not viable.
When my cousins came over from Texas, they obviously got the annual pass, but obviously they weren't going to be coming back. No. So for them, they paid for the day. But if you are close, even if you could go 2 or 3 times in a year, it's probably worth it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely place.
Yes, so we'd love to do that, Jill, and of course we will take the camera along. In your last blog, you spoke about talking to people and there being a north-south divide where that is concerned. I just wondered where you both come from. Does Matt come from the north? He doesn't sound like it. I'm from Manchester, where everyone talks to everyone. Yeah, so you go first.
I'm originally from South Yorkshire, a little mining village near Sheffield and Rotherham. Moved down here probably nearly
93. Yeah.
About 92, 93. Yeah, something like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been down here longer than some. Officially a southerner now. Yeah.
I think your accent has softened.
It's softened a lot, hasn't it?
But
I suppose it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It comes out sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get angry.
Yeah, so I am from
really.
Top North.
Yeah. And I'm from Oxfordshire, so I was actually born in a town called Bicester, which is near Oxford, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, it's not far.
Yeah. So I was born there, but grew up in a village nearby. That's where I went to primary school. I went to the secondary school in Bicester.
Yeah.
So always sort of really been around this area.
Yeah. So that's where
Oxfordshire.
Oxfordshire girl.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for that, Jill. The next question is from Liz Cochran. Right, I'm trying to plant some vegetables in pots since I do not have a large enough yard. This would have to be a patio garden. Have you and Matt ever tried a vegetable garden or think about planting one? Yes, we would love to have a vegetable garden.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a large garden, as you've probably seen in the vlogs, but we probably haven't got the right area for plants because it's very shady, isn't it?
It's very covered by trees, isn't it? We've got a lot of tree coverage.
So at the front we probably wouldn't want to grow vegetables, and then at the back we've only really got that area in front of the bush, haven't we?
Yeah, no, the cherry tree.
And then at the back where Matt's sort of workshop and area is very, very shady, isn't it, and dark.
There's
so
cherry trees all around the bottom.
It probably wouldn't work, but yes, we would absolutely love to grow our own vegetables. We've had tomato plants.
Yeah, so you did tomatoes.
They were really nice. Actually, that brings me on to probably a gratitude of the week. Our neighbour, on one occasion, he came in and dropped off a really lovely big cucumber, didn't he?
Yeah, massive. Yeah.
And then just dropped off a lovely big pot of fresh tomatoes.
Fresh tomatoes straight off the vine.
Delicious.
Oh, there was some tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice. But yeah, we would love to grow our own food. Wouldn't it be wonderful?
Yeah, but we'd probably have to have raised beds.
Yeah.
And we'd have to have some sort of coverage because of the deer as well.
Yeah.
And the wildlife, rabbits, badgers.
Badgers, squirrels. So it might not be a great idea, but
you always wanted a greenhouse, didn't you?
I'd love a greenhouse or a potting shed.
Yeah.
We've probably got room, but wouldn't need to move things around.
Yeah, we've got plans anyway for that bottom end anyway. So we could do something down there.
But I also need to get a shed for my doll's houses and other projects. Workshop. Workshop. For my doll's houses and other projects because I'm not going to be able to fit everything in the house eventually.
No. But
thank you for that question, Liz. That was lovely. Okay, Kim Guy. I would like to ask if each of you have any favourite old movies that you absolutely love. I have many, but my two favourite old movies, even my glasses and I can't read, movies have to be Mr. Blandings built his dream house with Cary Grant and Myrna Loy, and also Baby Boom with Diane Keaton. I highly recommend both of them. I said to Matt, I think we've seen the Mr. Blandings built his dream house.
That one.
Is it on a beach? I'll have to look it up. Is the house on a beach? I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
We can see if we can revisit that then, see if we can find it online.
And I think it was like a really old house, wasn't it? And he rebuilt it.
Because I was getting mixed up with the houseboat one. He did one. Was that carried on with a houseboat?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, because that wasn't that Cary Grant and who's the Italian lady?
Sophia Loren?
Yeah, I think it was them,
wasn't
it?
Been.
Oh, we're probably getting them all mixed up and confused. So, do you want to say your favourite old movies then?
Well, say old movies. My favourite movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So is that?
I suppose that is old now, isn't it?
It's probably
40 years old.
Crikey.
Yeah.
And of course, Grease. It's probably one of my favourite movies. Probably my old movie from the 60s is probably Bullet. That's probably one of my favourite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's yours?
I love Casablanca.
Yeah.
Brief Encounter.
Yeah.
And then probably not as old, I love One Fine Day.
Yeah.
While You Were Sleeping. All those sort of, late 80s, early 90s,
well, they're still
romantic.
I suppose they're still old movies now, aren't they?
I suppose they are, like 30, 40 years old.
Crikey.
I'm trying to think. What other ones do I like?
What's the one that you like with the other one with Humphrey Bogart?
Oh yes, I really like the Bogart Bacall movies that they made together.
Yeah.
I think they did 4, and one of them is called The Dark Passage. It's not probably not one of the best known of the 4 that they did, because that would be the one. I can't remember the name of it now. We're trying to think of them. Where she says, "Oh, if you want me, all you've got to do is whistle."
Put your lips together and roll.
Yeah, it's a really famous.
We've got more on DVD, haven't we? So
yeah.
In
fact, I'm a big fan of Lauren Bacall.
Yeah,
I read
like
her
it,
biography, autobiography, and everything. And in that, she says in that first movie that she did with Bogart, where she's sort of putting her head down and you think she's being all sort of sexy and seductive, it's because she was so nervous that she was actually trembling all over, and her head was trembling. So by putting it down, it stopped it from trembling. So she's not actually being all sexy and seductive, although obviously she is, very naturally.
Yeah.
But that was why she was doing it.
Yeah.
But I think she was only sort of 19 in that movie.
Yeah.
And fell in love with old Bogey. But yeah, it's called A Dark Passage, and well, I think you should watch it. It's one I would really recommend. And for its day, it's a really interesting premise, isn't it?
It's all done through his point of view.
It's done through his actual eyes right until the end, and it's
really clever. Yeah,
very cleverly done. So I recommend that one. But yeah, that's some of our oldies, isn't it?
Oldies.
I love Grease as well.
Oh, Grease, yeah. We both love the original '77 Superman, don't we?
Oh yes, that's
Christopher
one of our
Reeve.
favourites.
That's one of our favourites. Yeah.
Big fan of Christopher Reeve, aren't we? Actually, recently watched that documentary, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which is very moving and very
It was quite moving, wasn't it?
Yeah. Recommend that as well, actually. Okay, thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Debbie Ackerman, have you ever overcome a phobia or fear? I haven't overcome mine. Mine is still very much a phobia, probably rather than a fear, but it's when I was young. I'm probably sort of building it up too much. It's nothing too drastic. I remember going into my bedroom and I saw a daddy long legs flying around, and it was a big one, big thick body on it, and it's probably about that big.
That's mine.
No, it was a big thick body on it, and it landed on my forehead. Aww. And I flapped and it wouldn't move. It was sort of almost stuck there. And I can remember going running from the room, and I didn't want to go back into my bedroom because it frightened me. But now I have a fear of, if there's something flying around in the room, I think it's going to land on me or on my face. Or if you see a spider on the ceiling. I'm not a huge fan of spiders, but I'm not, I don't have a massive phobia of them. I just don't like the idea of them.
You don't crawl them, you do.
But I always think something's going to fall off the ceiling and fall onto my face or into my hair, or and I've still got that. I don't like that.
Yeah. Oh.
It's not.
Yeah, but it's still nice, isn't it?
It's just not nice. It just makes me feel awful.
Yeah.
What's yours then?
Well, mine used to be. I used to be scared of water when I think it was about 3. A local town in Rotherham used to call it a paddling pond. The kids used to go and just paddle. It was just sort of shallow water. The kids used to paddle. I don't think you have them anymore. It's probably not a very safe thing, is it? And I actually fell in there fully clothed, went under the water. It had been about 3.
Oh, your big
big old
blonde head.
And since then I had a bit of a fear of water, and it probably took me to my teens. I didn't actually learn to swim until my teens, and then I sort of got over that. And then I've been surfing and that sort of jet skiing and stuff like that. So I overcame it very slowly, But for a long time I was scared of water,
I mean, I don't like heights either.
We both don't like heights, do we?
No.
I mean,
we've been to the top of Broadway Tower, which
that
is high, isn't it? And even though you've got a sort of rail, I can go close, but I start getting this feeling in my stomach.
My feet go funny, pins and needles.
You say it's your feet, it's in my stomach I start getting.
But it's not just the height of the tower, it's on the tower. We'll have to go and revisit that. It might be quite good. The Broadway Tower is on the top of a hill as well, isn't it? And you can see, is it 5 counties?
Something
on a clear day, you can see all the way around.
It's very, very tall. But also, even if it's just on television, especially if somebody with their camera, and they lean over a building and put the camera down. And Tom, he's very naughty at that. But that just makes me go all funny as well. and thinking about them dropping the camera over as well. I think that's another one of mine. If we're like near water or something, I have this fear of dropping something in. And actually, I think that comes from a school trip as well.
Yeah, you said,
we went on a school trip and we went on a barge.
Yeah.
And we all took our little lunch boxes and were opening our lunch boxes. And my friend pulled the lid off his lunchbox and it went flying over into the water, and it just made me really sad that he'd never see it again. So I think I've got this thing about things disappearing into water or over the edge of a building. Or, not really a fear, I suppose. It's just a memory related thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, thank you for that, Debbie. And then Colleen. Yeah, I think we've answered this one before because we did a 30-year together video.
Yeah, Q&A, wasn't it? Yeah.
Why did you choose to get married 15 years after being together? I don't think we really chose to do that, did we? It just...
No, so we acted like one man and wife anyway, right?
Yeah, I suppose we were... Yeah, we moved in together after a week, didn't we? And
I think it was about nearly 3.
Yeah, maybe 3 then. Yeah, because a week would have just been silly.
Yeah.
I think right from when we got together, we talked about getting married and knew we would one day. Yeah. But I suppose just circumstances, things got in the way, didn't it? And
we were more financially stable.
We always thought we'd have a really big wedding, a big church wedding.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen, and then I suppose we just thought, let's just do it now, didn't we, after 15 years? So it wasn't really
a really nice, quiet wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was lovely.
Very small wedding.
Yeah, and then a little reception afterwards,
Yeah. Wasn't a huge cost.
No.
Paid for it all ourselves, didn't we? Well, actually, I say that, but I think your mum bought the cake, didn't she? My mum bought the flowers as sort of wedding gifts. My mum did the buffet at the part of the evening. But it was all sort of just very, very simple.
It was just simple. There was no big fuss, no big pomp.
Yeah.
It was lovely. Pomp and circumstance.
Yeah, so it doesn't really answer your question because there isn't really an answer.
No.
It just sort of evolved that way, didn't it?
Okay. We acted like man and wife all the time anyway, so.
Okay, so we're now on to, I say first dilemma. It's the only dilemma, only viewer dilemma. And this one is from Kathleen Martindale. So she says, I love to cook. However, deciding what to cook every night is driving me crazy. I try my best to do a weekly menu prior to grocery shopping, but I think I'm just out of inspiration. I'm sort of with you on this, Kathleen. I know what it's like to... We have this thing where we try something new, we love it, and then we just eat that all the time. Until we get fed up with it. And we did it with the liver and onions and mashed potato, didn't we? And we just kept having it. And then you say, I think we should
try something different.
Yeah. So I'm really with you on this, but I think I've got an idea or a solution. So my friend Lynn lent me, you would have seen this as well in Monday's vlog, lent me that lovely tray bake cookbook. I can't remember the man's name now. I'll flash it up on screen. And I was thinking of, because there's so many lovely recipes in it, so I was thinking about trying a few more out of it before I then give it back to Lynn. And actually reading through the recipes, there are a lot of recipes in there that have the similar ingredients. So maybe you're just changing the main ingredient, say from fish to sausage or to some other meat or chicken, so what you could do is get all of those similar ingredients and then get your main ingredients, and then maybe every other night try a different recipe. And I think that's probably something that we're going to do.
It is,
because we do actually split the cooking, don't we?
We try to,
depending upon who's busy or who's working late that evening. And that's a question we'll come up to later, actually.
Also, sometimes we'll just have something simple, won't we?
Yeah.
In the night time.
We might just say, let's just have something simple.
Yeah.
If we eat out for lunch,
like yesterday,
we'll just have... Yeah, like yesterday we had that lunch with chips or fries. So we just had... What did we have last night?
A sandwich.
Yeah, we had just had a sandwich last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Lovely ham salad sandwich, actually. That nice bread again.
That was the ancient grain bread. Nice.
Yeah, so I sympathise because it is difficult trying to come up with something different, and also trying to get in all of the things that you should be eating, trying to fit in your veg and your salads and everything.
But sometimes, you can have something a little bit naughty.
Yeah. But maybe go through a cookbook, and if there are several things in there, this one's good because it's all tray bakes, and he does it really simply. So you just need a couple of trays, 2 different sizes,
Yeah,
and
it was lovely, that wasn't it?
That was
salmon.
really nice. That
really,
salmon.
really nice.
And they're all really sort of quick preparation times as
And
well.
quite healthy
so,
as well, weren't with the olive oil and things. Yeah.
But I think you're doing the right thing trying to plan, your menu a week ahead. That's a really good thing to do because then
we try to, don't we?
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes off.
We sort of say, sometimes it goes off because it depends what you fancy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And I think as well, when it's really hot, you might have planned something, but then you think, well, I just can't bear having the oven on. And
I think winter's always, autumn and winter's always nice for having like soups and things like that, instead of casseroles, things like that. Yeah.
More heartier meals.
Yeah.
This time. And things with salads.
Salads is always great. Nice salad.
Salads and then just change your main.
Nice bit of salmon with it or something like that. Yeah.
Salad, maybe new potatoes as well. Yeah. So I hope that helps. I know we're in the same boat.
We are in the same boat. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're heading on now to pet peeves, and there are quite a few of them to get through. Okay, so the first pet peeve then comes from Adele Cannon. So my pet peeve, and she says I have many, is letting cars go in front of you from side streets into busy traffic, for example, and there is no acknowledgement by the driver. No thanks or acknowledgement.
Yeah.
It's just rude, as is also not saying thanks when you hold the door open and someone just breezes through.
Yeah.
Another is when people walk towards you in busy public areas with their eyes fixed on their mobile phone screens and you have to sidestep them. I'm sort of with you on both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, especially you, I suppose, with the driving, because you drive more than me, don't you? So, but I notice it as well if you let someone through and they don't, because I think Matt overdoes it with the thanks, don't you? Because Matt will normally put a hand up, thumbs up, flash
the indicators.
I would say you overdo it a little
Yeah.
bit. But yeah, it is just rude, isn't it?
It's common courtesy. I think it goes back to when I was first driving as well, and my driving instructor always said, "Don't say thank you to the person like that." I learned that so early on, but I think it is a bit of a peeve of mine as well. That
and with the doors as well, I'm really with you there. If you hold a door and then somebody just breezes through, like you're the doorman, that can be quite, can't it?
Be quite rude.
But we always hold doors, always say thank you, always. But I'm really with you on that one. Yeah, but I would just say, don't stop doing it, because
just keep doing it.
I think if you think, oh, they didn't do it, so I'm not going to, that's how it starts, isn't it? That's where it starts. And maybe someone who hasn't said thank you to you or hasn't, acknowledged you is because people haven't done it to them, and then it's just a knock-on effect.
Like
so we always say, just keep doing it.
Yeah, it can change someone's life as well. Change something. Ripple. That's it. Yeah.
So
kindness ripples. That's it, isn't it?
Thank you, Adele. Okay, next one then from Lorraine Hurst. Thank you for saying it's a super first episode of Coffee and Chats. That's very nice. My pet peeve at the moment is when out walking, and we walk a lot, and cyclists whiz past without ringing their bell, often making us jump. I've taken to making a point of saying thank you to every cyclist who does ring as they go past, as it's much appreciated. So that sort of ties into what we were just saying. That's a really nice thing to do.
But we have this problem on the bridle path in Woody, don't we?
Yes. We're sort of quite alert to what's going on around us when we're with Woody,
Try to be, don't we? Yeah.
Because I would hate it for him to run out in front of a cycle or for his safety, but also to knock someone off their bike or something like that. So we're always sort of quite aware.
But they do, sometimes they can, like you said, they do creep up on you because they're so quiet, push bikes. Yeah. They can actually creep up on you quite.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, there is a man that we see nearly every walk when we walk along the bridle path, and he will sort of slow down or squeak his brakes or something, doesn't he?
He always says thank you, doesn't he?
He says thank you.
But we always grab up Woody and hold him to the side, don't we?
Or put the lead back on or whatever. But this is probably a bit different because it wasn't a cyclist, but I can remember it was in the winter and we were out walking and we were just walking along in the woods, and all of a sudden this man just ran out of nowhere, and he was all dressed in black, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was jogging, wasn't
he? And we literally both screamed, didn't we?
It was getting dark.
And he did. He really apologised, and we were all laughing. But it was dark. Woody had put his lights on, hadn't he? We'd got torches.
Yeah. And
but just aiming them ahead, and he just
nice guy,
literally wasn't there, and then he was there.
Yeah, it was just appeared, didn't
it?
It
So scary.
Yeah.
Just cough or something, running up behind someone.
I suppose you can't have a bell when you're running.
Like a hooter on your hat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I understand that as well. Yeah. Just give a little tinkle. We'll just do what I do normally. Hello. Okay, so Elizabeth Blackwell now, and yes, one of my pet peeves is writers changing the story or characters when dramatising a book. It disappoints me considerably. Yes, I'm with you on this, and I think we've spoken about.
We have, haven't we? Yeah.
I mean, one of mine, I think I said about was the Horse Whisperer, because the ending changes, and not for the better, I don't think.
Yeah.
And one of them also Chocolat, they changed that.
Yeah.
But to me, it's and also The Shining. They changed bits in that.
They changed the ending.
And I actually heard Stephen King talking about that, and he also didn't like what they'd done. So I don't think it's always the writers that change it. It's the director
they adapt it, don't they? It's the same as one of my favourite books is Christine, and they changed the movie of that.
Yeah.
But it was not Clive Barker, was it? Anyways, it was actually made by somebody else, and they completely changed the ending of that as well.
It annoys, especially when it's like a classic book.
Yeah.
And somebody comes along and you think, how dare you come along and say, well, I can do better than Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
I know better than him, so I'm going to change.
I know better than Stephen King, yeah.
You know, but can you imagine if they'd changed the end of Pride and Prejudice and she didn't end up with Darcy, she ended up with Mr. Collins or something?
What was that series when that happened?
Was it that?
Lost in Austin. Yeah, that all changed,
with,
didn't it?
Gemma Arterton.
That was quite good, wasn't it?
That was quite good, yeah.
That wasn't Gemma Arterton, was it?
It was. She played Lizzie. She was Lizzie.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when she came? She decided to stay in the future, didn't she? And Darcy ended up with the girl who'd gone
from the future.
So if you can find that,
that's
Lost
quite
in
good.
Austin.
Yeah, Lost in Austin. Yeah,
we had
time
it on
travel.
DVD at one point.
I think we did. I think we
gave it to charity.
I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you've seen it, it wasn't one that I would watch again.
No.
Again. But it was
clever.
That was good. That.
Clever.
But yeah, totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, definitely.
And especially, I think when you are a book lover as well, and you really get involved.
And you sort of love the characters as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That can be very disappointing. Joyce Fuller. Pet peeve of mine is when a vehicle is right on your back bumper and then passes you, pulls in front of you, going slower than you were originally. Again. But it also annoys me when you see somebody doing it to someone else.
Yeah.
Because that happened on our way home
yesterday.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
There was a lovely little, was it an MX-5?
It was a little MG.
That blue?
Yeah, the MGTF.
Oh, right, okay.
It's like a modern, well, I say modern, it's probably 30, 40 years old now.
It looked like a little MX-5.
It was a little MG, the TF MG. I think it's before MG sort of went defunct and they've opened up again on electric cars.
He was just driving along.
It was a
lovely day.
Car. Yeah.
He was obviously just
the
having
top
a
down.
nice drive.
Yeah.
And there was a car behind him which obviously didn't like the idea of that. But it was actually driving quite dangerously.
It kept braking as well, didn't go forward braking.
Yeah, so we had to keep braking, even though we were quite far behind, but we could see it sort of unfolding. And then in the end, as it got to the dual carriageway, he went right up behind him.
Which is another pet peeve.
Yeah, and then zoomed past.
When they do that big egg sort of come up and then they fly past like that.
But I always think...
Which is dangerous because somebody could be taken.
And I always think, just take your time.
Yeah.
Where have you got to be in that hurry that is worth risking your life for?
The thing is, there's so many cameras now, you can't really speed, can you?
Yeah, but I just think you should be...
aware.
Because when I see it as well, like these cars going up or they're trying to overtake and you know, it's a busy road and you can't see clearly around the corners, I think, where on earth are you going that is so urgent that you've got to get there so quickly?
Yeah.
I always think that. Just be careful, just drive carefully. For heaven's sake. Okay, next one. Now there's no name here, it's just user FU9DD something or other. So there's no actual name. My pet peeve is directed towards old people who make sweeping negative statements regarding the younger generation, in brackets. The younger generation are lovely. There will always be a few bad apples in every barrel, but this has been found in every generation since the beginning of time. Please be kind to the younger generation. They are kind to others despite the many challenges they experience. I mean, yes, I agree.
Yeah, I do.
You know, you can't say that all young people are rude to their elders.
No.
You know, I certainly know a lot of young people who are very pleasant and
You
lovely.
can't, it's a northern saying, you can't tar everybody with the same brush.
Yeah, but then there are young people who can be rude,
Quite
and
rude.
there are old people who can
be
be very, very rude.
It is. It's just. I think it's like in the comment. Every generation has that sort of section, don't they? Yeah.
I suppose it's a big issue, isn't it? It's how you've been brought up.
Yeah.
It's how the manners that you were taught.
Yeah.
And I think when you're taught those manners as a young person, you will then carry those through.
Yeah. It's ingrained, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose if you see your parents being rude to people, then you think that's okay, and you'll carry that through, and then you pass that, and it's all like passing on, isn't it? So
there's always going to be a generation gap. We're always going to be.
Say all young people are rude.
No, definitely not. It's like saying everybody's the same, isn't it?
It's difficult as well, isn't it? Because you hear people saying that it's something nowadays, but yeah, like you're saying that. Probably people were saying in the 60s. Oh, that's a really northern, isn't it? Oh, the youth of today.
Youth of today. They don't know.
Yeah, it is. I suppose every generation has said it, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I do understand what you're saying there. Okay, Diane York's her pet peeve. My biggest pet hate peeve is spitting. I can't stand it. It's revolting. I mean, I don't even think that's a pet peeve, is it? I think everybody's going to agree with that. It's disgusting.
You're not going to like it, are you?
Yeah.
But it is a horrible thing,
Yeah.
Especially with,
I
disease
think,
and things.
That's true, isn't it? Germs and everything.
And things,
But also, I can remember at school it was a thing with the boys, wasn't it? And they used to do like this big sniff and then spit, and it's awful. It's disgusting.
Again, depends on the kid, because I never did that.
No, there were certain kids did it. Obviously, not all of them did.
I think one of my peeves with spitting is when you're watching the football, and I very, very, very rarely watch football, and they're all spitting, aren't they? But
I suppose that's because they get that, like when you've been running and you get that, thing in your throat.
They're playing on that and
rolling about
on the floor and things.
Yeah, spit is disgusting.
I agree.
But one thing actually that I always, and we're actually going into town this afternoon, and I notice this a lot when we're in town, and you don't think it's a thing anymore, but spitting out gum, and it's all
covered
over the pavement. And there's an area, where you come round the corner before you get to your favourite shop, my least favourite shop, the car spares. Car spares shop. Outside on that big pavement.
But they spend a fortune. They have to steam clean that off to get that off.
But they don't clean it, do they, anymore?
No,
because
it's
literally covered with
they are
gum.
revamping that town, so they might just resurface it. But it is covered,
but I think so. You're walking along, chewing your gum. So apologies to anyone who's got that thing about chewing for doing that. And then you just walk along and think, spit it out, and then someone's going to come along and tread on it.
Yeah.
It's weird. The gum seems like an old-fashioned thing. Gum under tables and that, but obviously people do still chew gum, don't they?
They must do. I think it must be big business. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I agree with that spitting. I think
I don't like chewing gum either.
That one.
That's another one of my peeves. I don't like chewing gum.
What? Seeing people chew.
I just don't like it. Full stop.
What, the texture of it and things? Yeah, we don't really have gum, do we?
No, I don't think I ever have done.
If
we had bubble gum when it was trendy in when we were kids.
The pink Hubba Bubba, wasn't it? Yeah.
But never just having a chewing gum just to chew it.
I think we used to have Wrigley's and things. Well, when I worked in a shop, I used to go and have lunch, and then I'd have a bit of Wrigley's before I went back on the shop floor. Yeah. But now we'd have a mouthwash, don't we?
Yeah, mouthwash.
Before we go anywhere, or if any people come in, but have a mouthwash or brush your teeth. Go out.
Yeah.
But okay, this is from Lynn B. Her pet peeve is also littering. And she talks about when she was behind a car, a whole McDonald's bag of rubbish was thrown out of the sunroof. I think there's a question here as well. Yes, another peeve I have is when proverbs are misquoted. The main one is when someone says the proof is in the pudding. No, it isn't. It's in the eating. Honestly, it makes my blood boil. Love the chat. Not too sure about the jingle though. Oh, you don't like the jingle? Yeah. I agree with you, Lynn, with the quotes. But it doesn't really annoy me. It makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But there are quite a few, and one as well that we always point out is well, I say it is tender hooks. You're on tender hooks, and it's not, is it? Tenter hooks.
It's actually came from a local town. Basically, when they used to make the blankets, they used to put them out in fields to dry.
Yeah.
And they used to put them on tenter hooks.
Yeah.
That's what they pinned them out. Yeah, that's where it comes from.
I am actually a big one for it, aren't I?
Yeah, but it's funny. I
said something the other day about the phrase is got to be in my bonnet, isn't it? I've got to be in my bonnet. It means that you're obsessed about something or something annoying you. Yeah. And I said, what did I say? I've got to be. And it was two or three sayings completely all mixed together. I can't remember what it was now, but you were laughing.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
I'm quite fine. In my bonnet.
Quite fine.
And I tried to make a joke as well, where I said, you know, there's like a cheeky thing, and you'd say, "Said the tart to the vicar."
Yeah.
And I said something, didn't I?
It got all mixed up.
I can't remember now, but it was really funny. Yeah. I get them totally mixed up. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like people say card shark. And it's not, is it?
Card sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, and things like that.
That reminds me of Friends, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought of Ross when you said
Ross
that.
and Russ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of what other sort of famous ones are there that people get mixed up.
I can't think now. Well, the biggest one either,
but there are a lot, aren't there?
Hooks, isn't it?
Tenterhooks, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do say proof is in the pudding.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I love sayings and things like that, sayings and their meanings.
Yeah.
I often look them up, think, where did that come from? Like, the cut of your jib, and
that's a sailing term, isn't it?
Sailing term.
Yeah. Isn't the jib a sail, is it?
I think so, I can't remember now.
Yeah, I can't remember now.
But if you've got any of those quotes and you know what the meanings are, and it's like really interesting, put that below
put in the comment section. Yeah, because we love all those,
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so apologies for the jingle, Lynn. We did put quite a bit of work into that, I have to say. Kim Simpson has a few pet peeves. Two that get me the most are people who put their dogs in shopping carts, claiming they are service animals. And then the other one is the way people treat each other. Why are people finding it so hard to be nice to each other? Yeah, I agree with that one. The shopping carts, I'm not sure we have that in the UK.
I don't think we're allowed to do that, no.
The thing, that's always been a thing.
Is, though, we don't go to big supermarkets.
We don't go to supermarkets, I don't know, do we?
No, not
Could be.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen a dog in a shopping cart, or what we call a shopping
trolley. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a thing here, but yeah, maybe it is. I mean, the only thing, always, ever since you have grown up, no dogs allowed except guide dogs. That's always been a thing.
It's always been a thing, yeah.
But I must admit, we went to a little cafe, didn't we, once? It might have been in Bolton on the Water or Burford or somewhere, and dogs were allowed. And it's really strange because when I see like a dog in a restaurant, it does make me feel a little bit icky. But having said that, if Woody was sitting here now and I was eating, it wouldn't bother me at all.
No.
So I suppose it's knowing your own dog.
Yeah.
And you know they're clean and that.
I just like dogs. So.
But I just think in a restaurant when there's a dog, if a dog was to start scratching, like they do, the old leg starts going. Are those hairs then floating about and landing on your food? It's that sort of thing. So that makes me feel. So I suppose that's what you're talking about with the shopping carts. Yeah, if there's bits in there or little bum flakes or something.
Oh, lovely.
In the trolley. Yeah, maybe take like a spray cleaner or something, give them a little wipe down before you put
wipe everything down before you go in.
I do that, and people not being kind. Again, we've touched on this in quite a few episodes now. It's I don't know.
I think it's just a social thing. I think people are getting more separate, aren't they? Getting more in their own world with the phones and things.
Yeah, and it could be that people have got short attention, but with their patience and things. Yeah. Because you're sort of flicking through phones and you're used to everything just taking
instantaneous
3 seconds to entertain you. Yeah. Are you then getting fed up of waiting in queues or waiting for people to move and so you're in a bit of a tempo?
Yeah, I know we always say about before mobile phones things were different, but I think people had a little bit more patience, didn't they?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
People would queue more, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
So I mean, there's no excuse for it, really, is there?
No,
not to be kind.
Just
to
be
somebody.
nice. Like we said before, just try and be nice. And then, like I said, kindness ripples, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if you're nice to somebody, then they'll be nice to somebody, and you can change somebody's day just by being polite and asking them a question, and and just see how the day is.
Start a conversation.
Yeah.
We're all
how's your day?
in the same boat,
like
I said before, aren't we? Okay. Stephanie Gorman. Right, a few of her pet peeves. One would be not returning a shopping cart to its designated location, leaving it for someone else to remove. And the next one is the younger generations have obviously never been taught how to be kind to the elderly. So we're touching on a few of the same
thing
things
again, aren't we? Yeah.
I mean, definitely returning the shopping trolleys. That is quite annoying, isn't it? Because you always take ours back, don't you?
If you remember when our car got damaged that time because somebody didn't put a trolley back and it ran into the side of the car, didn't it?
A trolley went into the side of the car, and we spoke to Tesco's, and they said, "Well, we're not liable for that, didn't we?" So we had to get that repaired, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it's annoying in that way that just leaving them to be blown about the car park could damage your car.
Yeah, but
it's just unthoughtful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is unthoughtful, and it takes a couple of minutes if that, a couple of seconds to take it back. Yeah. Well, I think that's why they brought the pound thing in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So then you get your pound back.
Your money back. Yeah.
You don't have to do that in the States or anywhere else in the world, but in this country, you get a trolley. You have to put a pound in.
It's got like a little key with a pound. You slot it in,
and then
and then when you take it back, you get that back. You shouldn't have to do that.
Or you can get a token, can't you? You get the tokens actually pound shaped, aren't they?
Yeah. But yeah, people should take them back. Yeah. And then with the being kind again, I don't think it is all younger people.
No, it's just a minority again, isn't it?
I suppose if you have experiences of that happening again and again, it might feel like it is. But
I think people are generally nice, aren't they? Just the minorities.
But that's what sticks in your mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing as I talk about when on my not really here, although we have had a couple of not very kind comments, but not nasty comments, have we? But on my Doll's House channel, I get more varied comments.
Yeah.
And it's like I always say, it's the negative ones that you remember that stick in your mind, which is a shame because I get so many lovely comments. But I did recently have one, didn't I, that I showed to you?
Yeah, it's quite...
Where a lady said I was very annoying because she counted that I said sort of 18 times in one video. And that was quite... And my thing, maybe I did, and maybe it is annoying. I could see how that would be annoying. But my thing is, record yourself for 4 hours doing something, and then edit it down and see how many times you repeat something,
and then go back and judge.
You try and keep talking for 4 hours, talking about what you're doing, and trying to come up with something new to say for 4 hours without. And
then judge,
and then see if you do it as well. So, but yeah, that was. But I think it's the same thing. If someone is rude to you, or if you hear someone being rude, that sticks in your mind.
It does.
But actually, there might just be one person being rude, but you've heard 5 people being nice to people. But it's that one that sticks, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why we think it's certain groups of people. Yeah, I don't know. But thank you, Stephanie. Tracy Shale. Tracy, I hope your husband's not watching with you when I read this one out. Sorry, your partner. One of my many pet peeves is the fact that my partner continuously leaves drawers, cupboards, doors, fridge door open after he's got out whatever he needs from them. The other day the fridge was bleeding because what does that mean, bleeding?
Might be defrosting.
Right, because it had been left open for a short amount of time when I mentioned it to him. When I mentioned it to him, he said if he gets to close things once, he's got what he needs out of them. Oh my gosh, it's very annoying. I can see how that's annoying.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think I can tell where Matt's been in the house because he doesn't push drawers fully closed.
I think that, I know people always say about ADHD, but I think it is a sort of ADHD, isn't it?
Because you're rushing.
Because your mind is going so fast, you're thinking things ahead all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit of that.
But I can tell, like if Matt is in the house and he hasn't got like a particular tool, he'll come into my work craft room to borrow something, won't he?
Yeah.
And I'll know, but not because I've seen him using it or that, he's damaged it or anything, but I'll know what he's borrowed because it won't be put back
in the right
place.
Yeah, but
even
my
my craft
workshop,
knife,
though.
I'll put it in my pot a particular way, and I'll know he's used it because it will be back in the wrong way round. But with drawers and doors and things, I always used to say to him, you didn't close that drawer. But then I noticed that I'd been into the bathroom one evening and put some cream on, and when I went back in, I'd left the drawer just wide open without realising.
Again, it's because you're thinking of something else.
Or because I was obviously still rubbing the cream in as I walked out of the bathroom.
Yeah. So it's probably...
So it can be things like that.
I don't think it's a lazy thing. I think it's probably a high intelligence thing. And I think I'm just trying to say...
You would say that.
Yeah. But I just think it's because you're trying to think of things all the time. So you're like 3 or 4 steps ahead.
Yeah.
So sometimes you miss a step, like closing a door or pushing it up close or putting the knife back that way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Hello. Going for a walk.
Yeah.
I do understand that though. It can be annoying because if Matt leaves a drawer partly open, I'll go round and I'll just pop it shut.
Yeah.
And not open so you can see inside, but just because it's got like a bit of a ridge on it and that's out a little bit. But that could also be one of my weird things, isn't it? When I like things square and everything.
Square,
Yeah. Okay, Deborah Foster. Now, yes, I don't know if this is a pet peeve. It is, Deborah. I absolutely hate when people remove something from somewhere and don't take the leftover tape off. Old tape is my nemesis. And then she goes on to explain some examples of just tape being left on. Now, I actually agree with this one. I don't like seeing old bits of tape, especially when it goes all sort of yellow, doesn't it, and hard, and it's just hanging on by a thread. But one thing that I would say is staples in the edge of papers.
Yeah.
So if you've got sort of 2 or 3 papers you need to put together and you put a staple in, and then you think, well, I need to add another sheet to that, and then you put another staple in, and it ends up with sort of 10 staples in. I used to find it more at work, obviously, than at home. But if I've got 2 sheets stapled and I need to put another one in, I'll remove that old staple, even though it's not very good for the nails. But that's one of mine, but I can see it with the tape.
Yeah, I can see it with the tape.
If you're sticking something over the top and just leaving the old bits of tape, see, that would annoy me.
Yeah, you can clean it off first, can't you?
Yeah, peel it off and give it a bit of a clean.
Yeah.
But again, that's probably just one of those pernickety things. I think if you've got that mind where you like things to be just precise and just so, it is going to annoy you. But some people wouldn't bother them at all.
No.
But to me, it makes me feel funny. You get a funny feeling, don't you?
Just like things neat and tidy.
So thank you to everybody who put a pet peeve.
That was a lot,
now,
wasn't
in the do it again, put below questions, dilemmas, pet peeves. We're not getting a lot of dilemmas. Let's have some more dilemmas if you've got one.
Any other questions as well?
Yeah, any questions, anything at all. Anything goes, like we've said in these episodes before. But now time then for our pet peeves, isn't it? So you're going to do yours first.
Well, my pet peeve, like I said earlier, is my hair. It's just...
Is it a pet peeve? Or is
I think it's a pet peeve or an annoyance. It's just so frustrating that I've had to wait so long. Because my barber's is a really popular barber's and it's an appointment only, I think I've waited all this time. My first barber cancelled, didn't he? Because he was having a knee operation. Now he's left. And then I made another appointment and he had no knowledge of my appointment.
Yeah.
So that I
put it back
again. And this because they're busy, I put back another 2 weeks. So I've rung up and gone for another barber. So hopefully, touch wood, I'll be having it done today. But it just feels so heavy, especially in the heat. Yeah. Feels like I'm wearing a hat.
You'd have to go through that if you were going to grow it long though, wouldn't you? Get through that stage. I
did in the 80s. I did really long in the 80s, but I couldn't go through that again. No. But that's my pet peeve. Really.
My pet peeve is actually sort of related to our day out yesterday, and it's other people's conversations when you can clearly hear what other people are talking about, and you really get their life story when you're just sat trying to have a nice peaceful lunch or you know. And this actually happened at Upton House, and there were a couple. Well, it was 2 men. I don't know if they were a couple. They were probably friends, and they were having a lot of political conversations, very very loud.
I think that was in the gallery as well, wasn't it?
And that was in the art gallery.
We first heard them in the gallery, in the art gallery. It was quiet and peaceful in there, but it was so loud.
And really shouting. And obviously, I think it's where people want you to hear their point of view, and especially where you obviously can't answer because you're not involved in that conversation. But it was just so loud, and what they were talking about as well was quite controversial as well. I'm not even going to mention it here because it's political, wasn't it? Political conversation. It's something that's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
And just shouting, absolutely so
I felt
loud.
sorry for the actual lady who worked there as well.
Yeah.
She had to sort of be polite and...
Yeah, she was just sort of saying yes, 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 and you could see, you know, she was just trying to placate them because it was quite loud, and they obviously also had a, you know, different point of view on it.
Yeah. It's almost like an argument.
But that was in the gallery, and where it's really actually. First of all, there was this lovely china cabinet area. I did do a little bit of filming in there, but couldn't use it because it was just so loud.
It was dark.
Because we were trying to talk, otherwise I could have put music over it. But as we're talking and saying about what we liked in there, all this beautiful china, you could just hear that in the background, so I couldn't put it in.
Yeah.
But then we went out to the grounds and we were walking around the reflective lake, and they'd sat down to, you know, have a look at this lake, and you could still hear them. And we walked quite a distance away, and you could still hear.
I know it's a bit of an amphitheatre.
Yeah.
You know, because you've got the walls, haven't you? Because it's in that dip. But it was so loud.
It was really.
You can, we were at the top of the terrace, and you could hear their conversation.
We must have been a couple of 100 yards away, and you could still hear. But that, in general, is a pet peeve of mine because you've probably actually heard it in these vlogs because I've got the camera with me a lot of the time. I'm always very aware of who I might be annoying or infringing upon other people's, you know, privacy.
Yeah.
So, and when the camera goes on, I just have this thing where I start whispering. And Matt says, you don't have to whisper, but I feel like I should be whispering because I don't want to, you know, interrupt anybody.
Annoy people,
And we're like that when we're in restaurants and things, but other people aren't.
No.
And you know what's been happening in their life, and you know where they're going next, and where they've been that morning, and what their children are called, and what, you know, what they've got for their birthday, and you just know their whole lives. And why should that be? Because you don't want to know that.
Why is that?
Why is that? Why should that be? That's Mrs. Bennett.
Mrs. Bennett.
Yeah, you know why. You don't want. It's like somebody putting on loud music. Well, I don't want to listen to that music, so why should I be forced to? Because you want to listen to it. So it's like I don't want to know about your life history. So why should that be forced upon you?
Outside in a thingy area, you can have a slightly louder voice. But in that art gallery, that was just that was wrong.
But it's, you know, just try to be aware of other people trying to enjoy. You know, if you go for lunch, it's your anniversary, you're trying to maybe have a nice romantic lunch and, you know, talk to each other and, you know, have reminiscences or whatever. And somebody's just shouting in the background and, well, not shouting, but just talking loud.
Yeah, it was just,
you know,
really, really loud.
And I know some people have naturally louder voices than others, but, you know, it's just be aware. And again, it's that thing of just being kind to people around you, isn't it?
Be aware, be self-aware.
So that's my pet peeve. But keep them coming. We love reading them.
We do,
Agree with most of them as well. I think it's just
some of the comments we get are really nice as well.
Lovely comments
really
as well.
Lovely
so
comments.
Thank you for those on these episodes and on the vlogs. So it's 12:15. We're actually going to have lunch at home today, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we've sort of been eating out for
the
last.
Yeah, we just have something nice and light today, and then bit of a light dinner tonight when we won't eat. We could get a
back
coffee.
to that cookbook actually. See what else is in there. Lovely tray baked cookbook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we might get a coffee while we're out. We'll take you along with us. We're not sure what we're going to do when we come out of there.
No.
Well, I'll have a look around town, but when you come out of the hairdressers, maybe a bit of shopping.
Hairdressers, barbers.
The barbers, sorry. See how we feel, because we might drive somewhere, might we? Or something.
Might do, have a look around.
Something else.
Yeah.
We'll take you along with us. But you would have seen, you'll know this already because you would have seen
right,
on Monday.
I get confused.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't
forget to leave those comments, like, hype, subscribe, all that jazz. And we'll see you on Monday and then again next Thursday. So until then, take care. Bye.